Alright, what's up guys? We're back with another trade recap. Now we will be going over the 3 days of trading. We did have some stuff going, so we couldn't make the videos, but we are making the videos of the past 3 days of trades that we took. And we'll put a cumulative P&L on the video title so you guys can get an idea. So the first day we will go over is Monday. So we did take a trade on Monday. Now we shouldn't have taken a trade on Monday. I believe we had already delivered, to the place that we wanted to deliver into. Just for an example, we had this accumulation range right here. Okay. And then we had our manipulation. Okay. And then we had our distribution. So really after that, I mean, there's no point of trading. I mean, we had already seen that, but coming off of a loss on Sunday, there could very well be a reason as to why we decided to even trade or look for another setup. Now, we did find another setup that could have ultimately played. Would have ultimately played out. But yeah, I believe it was a matter of stop loss. I believe both of the days on Monday and Tuesday were just a matter of stop loss placement. So to go over the first trade, let's see. It was at 8:57, 8:53. Let's actually go down to like the 1 minute. Let's see if we can decide to take the same trade again. Alright, so okay. Yeah, I can already see this. Let's just go to like 8:50. Okay. 8:50, we have a tap into this fair value gap. So we're looking for continuations because, I mean, the obvious thing after, gold's just been going crazy. So the obvious thing to go is for a continuation trade. I really didn't want to short. Into any trade. So that is why we did decide to long. So let's go over this right here. Let's just hide some of these. Clean up our chart a little bit. Okay. Alright. So with this, we were inside of a 5-minute bullish fair value gap. They were respecting that midpoint. So we wanted to see a continuation, right? So initially, you can see this fair value gap right here. Got it inversed. Right? And we go to the upside. But this was the swing low right here. I mean, we really wanted to see this fair value gap get inversed. And I believe that is what we held on to. Let's see. No, 2 minute was probably the highest one. So this 2 minute fair value gap was the one that we wanted to see get inversed after tapping into that. Yeah, so we get this right here. Now with this, the only point of liquidity that you could probably see is these highs because it's inside this fair value gap. But let's also just check. Let's say 15. Okay. That's like the 15 minute. Okay, nothing on the 15 minute. 30 minute. Okay. But we were also inside of this 30 minute fair value gap. Oh. Yeah. Inside of this 30-minute fair value gap that we had tapped into. So ideally, you would probably want to take profits at that, at this high, just because it's inside that 30-minute bearish fair value gap. So the trade would have been, I believe the trade that we took. Let's see. The trade should have been something like this. Turning these lows. Yep, and then we just get stopped. Overall, with this trade, the only thing that I could see that was probably pretty bad is that we left these lows and we were, building this low resistance liquidity just to sweep out lower. Now with this is probably no. Actually, I think we actually entered. Whoa, we. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, for some reason the price is a little bit off on this one. It's saying we bought at 58, but this is most likely the trade that we took. And I had also seen, I mean, this was low resistance liquidity to me because we were just chopping around here. But yeah, I mean, I should maybe you could have set the argument that you wanted to see a resweep of these low resistance liquidities, get some better structure, and then take it instead of having this chop and then go up. So I think we might have faded this one actually. We might have not even created. Okay, now let's see. Okay, so the other trade that you could have taken that I think that let's see. The 2-minute size one. Another trade is this one. Again, keeping TP right there. I'm gonna probably break even right here and then just TP right here. We'll see. Nobody rips. This was at 9. Maybe we take that trade at 9:13. It says. Okay, so this was a trade that we didn't take, but we wanted to get into. So I think I would just impulse and a greed thing. I think this one was. I mean, even though I think we got a win on this. Actually, let me see. 26. 2110. So the answer on this candle. Which I don't know why I answered on that. Is it maybe the 2-minute? Oh, okay. Okay. I see. I believe we waited for the other 2 minutes to get inversed. Yeah. Maybe even the 1 minute, honestly. Yep. But we waited for the inverse. And I think what we were doing over the past couple days is we were waiting for the pullback just to get a better entry. But I do think we ended up hitting TP up here. And then we took another trade. $10.05 it says. Okay. So after the TP, and really it was a premature TP because, I mean, we could have held to these right here and it would have got hit. That's just been our problem that we're not. We're getting too nervous about these trades that we get out of them early. I do think the other one is going to be one that we Probably ended up closing earlier. Mm. Sorry, I'm just trying to look. What do we want to take here, or what do we ended up taking? 205. Oh, okay. I think I maybe remember. Was it a 15-minute? The freak did we even tap into here? Yeah, honestly, this one was probably just a dumb trade that I took. Cause I mean, I don't even see this following any of our rules. If you with none of this, there's no real fair value guys being formed. And if we really took a trade right there, let's see. Oh, maybe it was on this candle. No, the fuck. I think I think this one was a short. I think we took a short on this one for some fucking reason. Because I don't see why we would have longed at all. So so we tap into this higher time frame fair value gap, and then we get a let's see get a move. Let's see, no 2 minute. No down 3 minute. No 5 minutes. So it's probably a 1 minute. Yeah, this is like a very idiotic trade. I mean, look back at this because this is insane. Like I don't even know why it's like this. Like this is actually crazy. We took it right at 10. Yeah, it's probably like the open of this one. So I mean, the only kind of thing I could say is that you know we had an inverse of this little fair value gap right here on this 1 minute, and then we get a retest up here. Which again, I mean, I still don't know why this is even a trade, but we took this, and luckily it played out. But again, not a trade I would have taken. And we probably said like stops right here, and 3 of these right here. So really, all this one was leave a change the state of delivery, tap into a fair value gap, and then go back to lows, to intermediate lows. But luckily, that ended up hitting for. Yeah, I mean, we put in 50, basically 5 contracts and 50 micros on micro gold. So we paid an arm and a leg in commission and fees, but I paid out 2 point, yeah, about 2.2. Oh man, that is not the end of it, is it? Ooh, wait, no, that, let me see, 11, that's 10, yep. At 10:25. Okay. So the next one was at 10:20. DDD 25. Yes, I know. Looking back at this is insane. Like this is why This is why we make these videos, to see, because this is not, I mean, this is just insane. So I think we just tap back into this this 5 minute, which really not even a tap, it like edged it, and but also I tap into this 5 minute as well. Oh no, never mind. Oh, tripping. Maybe a 50 minute. You know, let me give myself the benefit of the doubt. But no 15 minute. Nope. Oh, ugly ass price action. Don't even enter in on this candle. Yeah, honestly, dude, I don't know why I entered this again, but we did enter this on this candle. I don't even want to review this, but this is, I mean, we have to kind of get the honest option. I think this one appears to be a break even, about $200 that was made, but on 50 contracts, you know, 50 micros. So, I mean, that's pretty insane. We cashed that at at 4 ticks. At 4 ticks, bro. 4 ticks. Insane stuff. Anyways, yeah. Overall, looking back, even though it was big trade that I took there that, you know, luckily played in my favor. And I will say luckily because that was just pure luck because I wasn't even trading off of really anything. I mean, I guess you could say the higher tap, a higher time frame. It was a tap into a higher time frame fair value gap. We got a 1 minute inverse, and then we targeted uh, the lows that were inside of a fair value gap. So in theory it is, but we don't like taking counter trend ones at all. But yeah. Now let's go over yesterday's trade, or well, Tuesday's trade. Let's see if we can. We'll go on the 1 hour. No, 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 no. Okay, there we go. I know what is this. This is 6. Okay, there we go. All right. You know what, bro? I'm just gonna have these back up here just so I won't have to plot all these out. So, came in. Price is still very bullish. So, of course, we're gonna look to long. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, I don't know why he splits up those executions like that. I was at 8:30. We decided to take this trade. Okay, so we do get an expansion up as soon as we tap into this. Okay, but this could have also been the move. So we get a tap into this fair value gap. This little tiny little fair value gap right little here. Little baby fair value gap. But he packs a punch. That fair value gap packs a punch. Okay. So what do we end up taking here? Apparently at 8:30 we took a trade, so I'll put it right there. Okay, so we don't get an inversion. And ideally here, after we kind of rejected that, we would rather see a resweep, but I think we enter here. Okay. So we enter here. Now looking at this, it isn't the best setup just because we have all these resting lows right here. We close, and I believe the highest time frame inversion we have is a 2 minute. So taking that, and let's see, let's get this out the way. So I do think initially we had our stop loss right here, and we had these targets. But looking back, I mean, just with all this dancing here, we would probably want to see a resweep, maybe a tap back into this fair value gap. So we do get pretty much insta stop here. Let's see. Not insta, I guess it took a couple minutes. But yeah, we get stopped out right here. But it kind of pissed me off. So actually, now that I remember, I don't even think price went down here. But really, I believe we could have probably put it right here and still target just a 1-to-1. Where is it? Let's just say that. And just target that 1-to-1. But we put our stops here. And now with this, again, we're playing extreme catch up with our fundeds, and with the new 100Ks we saw we only had $600 of drawdown, of trailing drawdown at that. So we I think we only went in 20 micros here and about like 1 or 2 micros on the other accounts. On the 100Ks, 20 micros, and on the funded ones on wolf charts, we went and bought like 2 micros. So we did end up getting stopped right there, but we took a lesson from our own book and we didn't trade, even though it was, it should have played out. Because look, I mean, this shit just, it rips. It just rips right through them. No repercussion, nothing, right? But hey man, what can you do? Human error. Alright? But yeah, I mean, they should have played out, but it didn't. So at least for us, because it stopped out after this candle. It isn't really that this is pretty rare that I ever see like the displacing candle. The candle that, and maybe even you could have said, well, it didn't displace very much, but it kind of did. It did go up. Let's see. $6.5, and the close was 26.7. It was 2 ticks. So it closed 2 ticks above the damn fair value gap. But this one was probably one that you wanted to see. But even if you enter on that, I mean, you waited for the next candle, place at this, the whole wick. $118-ish, 120. Yeah. Even if you waited for something to displace right there, it'd probably still been good. I mean, this one went like no ticks in drawdown. So again, it was an error. Human error. But yeah, I mean, we didn't really like all this shit here. Yeah, I guess this shit here. And this trendline liquidity. So, I mean, overall, if I could go back, I would probably say, hey, don't trade. But yeah. Now, let's look at today's trade, which was some bullshit. Again, it was trading off of a phone, so on wolf charts, kind of fucked up the exit, because I was trying to set. I even put the damn numbers up here. I put I think like 615 on wealth charts. We put we were buying, so we put a sell limit at 615. But for some reason it closed out the position on wealth charts. So we was up here, and then that's when it closed. Now on fucking trade of 8. Us as dumb as this, we saw this fair value gap, and I saw that we got a reaction out of it. So, I know what the fuck, dude. I honestly don't know. Let's just go back to it. Let's just go back to it because I mean, this was also like we just got scared. We were like in survival mode or trying to recuperate this. So initially, we get a tap into this 15-minute fair value gap. We don't get any fair value gaps forming, but on this one, we do get a fair value gap to form. Boom. So we form a fair value gap. We displace it. Now we close with displacement. And yeah, this one's like a little bit more healthy. That's like a good 10 tech. Yeah. Let's see what it is. Just for my own. Just for my own sanity. So about 20. No, that's not what it is. 23.6. What is it? 4999. It's about 3 ticks. So like, quite a bit of ticks. Okay, so we do displace above this candle. We tap into this 15-minute fair value gap. We sweep out these lows in this fair value gap. So a lot of liquidity there. Boom, we sweep it. I mean, this one was a beautiful setup, and I don't know why we held on to it. I don't know why we didn't held on to it. So we get a displacing candle here. We enter in right here. Now we're trying to go onto all accounts to enter an account. Now we were also inside of church as well. Again, it was Wednesday, so we were inside of church. So I didn't. Of course, I'm gonna bring my whole laptop into church to take a damn trade. But I did, saw it set up on my phone. Took it. I believe we only entered it on one account, which that's the thing that sucks. Is we only entered it on one account on the Apex Trade of 8s. Cause we did bring our computer, right, but not into church. But yeah, left it in the car. We gotta make sure our trade copier was set up. But the thing is, I think I closed my computer. And I went inside. So I closed my computer. So the trade copier turns off. And so yeah, we only took the trade on one of the accounts for a total of like $400. And you may be asking, well, why only $400? Here's the thing, okay? So we had a pretty big stop loss, right? More than we would want. I mean, 254 ticks was our stop loss. I initially wanted to move like right here, and this is 106, right? But I was like, you know what? I'll move down here just to give it a little bit more space to breathe. And set our targets up here. Okay, and then here's another thing too. We put our standard deviation just to kind of see the levels. Of course, we didn't have our TP up here, but we probably should have. But we had that. I do think go up higher, boom, nice. Boom, we get a little bit boom, and then we get a push up higher. Boom. Yeah, you guys see that entry. Let's just see what we exited out again, because I forgot. Right, okay. So yeah, we exited at like this candle. And let's, oh yeah, that's something else. Yeah, I'm assuming we exited like around here. I hope not. But yeah, it's bad. I mean, that's probably accurate. Yeah, it's probably accurate. So yeah, we closed at the wick. We were liquidity for some people. just for a continuation, because I mean this shows nothing of a reversal, so I don't know why we exited. You know, if I was, uh, I'm not even gonna say excuses. Okay, this was just stupid that I did it. I held on too long and didn't wait for my TP. Now I did want to wait for my TP for the wealth charts, but again, I mean I fucked that up somehow. So, and then the service was about to start. You know, the preacher was about to start preaching, so I didn't want to keep looking at my phone and trying to manage the position and whatnot. So instead, I decided just to close the trade on the other wealth charts accounts, on the other wealth chart account for a, let's see, oh yeah, well, you gotta see this right here, but so only 150 bucks, because again, I think we only went in for like one contract, one micro on both. So we only went in one micro on that one, on both of them. But we could have held on to this high, and then we got hit at around 105. So we just barely got hit. Super long trade. I think our initial TP was at this high, which would have got hit at 835, maybe 840. Either ways, that one was our POI, or point of interest. But again, we had to close out early for whatever reason. But I would have looked to hold this trade on to get this. Get some more profit in our accounts. Get us out of drawdown. But it is what it is. Okay. So that is that trade. Dang, I didn't realize this video was already 30 minutes long. But yeah, just to show you, this is our P&L for the day, and our P&L for the past 3 days right here. I do believe on this one we risked 600 on each account. So now we only got, you know, we're very much playing catch up. So this one we only have $224 more to draw down, $679 to draw down. So I do plan on, you know, getting a little bit more on this one. You know, maybe even possibly risking our whole drawdown. I know that's kind of scary, but maybe if another, you know, amazing setup comes, you know, it could play out. But yeah, that is a trade recap for these past three days. I do appreciate you guys for watching, and I will be back. Hopefully next time I come, it will be tomorrow. You know, I don't want to jinx it, and then I wait. But it is better that I take trade and make a video on it, just so I can you know, be a little bit more fresh on the trade. But also another thing that we'll go about is these other two trades that I took in these Asia session. Super nervous, super anxious, super mad. So overall, very emotional, unprofitable traits. But yeah. Thank you for watching again, and I'll see you in the next video.